Yo, yo, yo. What it do,
That's not how it
everyone?
goes.
What?
That's not how it goes.
What do you mean it's not how it
I mean,
goes?
every single episode has been you being, "Hey, everybody, welcome back to Before I Forget podcast." I'm pretty sure even in the fucking first episode, you said "welcome back," but I'm not sure. No, because we came up with the name for it in that one. Well, I came
Um,
up with the name for it.
in the first one, we were super awkward and we were just like, "Welcome to the Minor Amnesia
In the first
podcast.
one.
That it's a temporary name, but we're gonna and we changed it that episode. So it was fantastic. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
One of my most genius moments was that fucking. I'm glad we did it during the episode because otherwise I would have forgot.
Uh,
Hence the name.
yeah, I remember we forgot to write it down and we were like, "Fuck, what was it?" We were trying to rack our brains and we eventually remembered by the end. But we're back. If you're probably wondering where we've been for all the fucking four of you that care,
Yeah,
uh,
OJ.
let us let us indulge you in some nice stories. So it is December 3rd. It is it's a
We're
Sunday.
playing the.
We're probably playing League. I'm
We are
actually
because that's when
editing.
you uploaded the Ramus thing.
Yeah. So I was editing a video for another friend, and I noticed my computer was acting up a little bit. I was on Sony Vegas, really, really slow. It was super framey for the little video box that I was trying to edit out of, and eventually the all the clips in Vegas went black. Nothing was working. I was not a happy boy, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to redo this entire thing." So, upon turning off my computer and turning it back on, I realized that both of my monitors are not working. And I go, okay, this is something to worry about. So I open up the computer, I look at it, and the graphics card is fucked. It's like the back. You know how a motherboard is supposed to look, or like a graphics card on the back. It's fucking like melted. There's shit all over it. It's it's toast. And I'm like, oh, what else did it take down with it? So I'm looking around. It took the motherboard with it. I assume because it sent a shock back in since the the back plate was so screwed up.
Yeah.
So it sent a shock back into the motherboard, which killed my CPU and my RAM. Thankfully, thankfully, my hard drives are all good. But the power supply was always bad. I could never reset my computer or restart. I always had to turn it off.
What? Really?
I, yeah, I got a bung power supply right from the start. So
And you
what I
didn't like send it back? What
yeah
if
when
that
I
shit had like exploded?
it's a 10-year warranty, so I'm just gonna send it back eventually. I'm
But
too
what if it
lazy right
burned
now.
your house down?
It's not gonna burn my house. It works just
I mean,
fine.
you say that now. Wait until it burns your house down.
I live in an apartment and I
Wait
don't
until it
like our
burns
neighbors,
everyone's
so
house down.
yes, we're fine. But yeah, to restart my computer, what I have to do is turn the system off, flick the switch on the back to hard reset the system, then flick it back on. It's a process, but it's in a spot where I can do it. But anyways, yeah, the computer died, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm gonna look at some new components. I'm gonna do all this stuff, and I'll think about getting a new computer relatively soon. In the meantime, I got a backup machine somewhere. I don't have a backup machine anywhere. And I'm looking around. I find nothing. I have my work computer, which my work supplies to me. That being said, I can't put stuff on it that's not approved by my work. So I go back home, and by home I mean my parents' place, for a weekend or so. And I find this old computer from 2007. It's a little laptop. It runs League at a maximum 15 frames per second, usually around 8 frames per second. It It's got a 4x3 display on it. It's fucking horrible. But it's what I'm using right now to record this very podcast. So I'm thankful that I at least have something to use. That's where I was for around a week and a half. I could not record because I didn't have the computer. And when I asked Cage, I'm just like, hey, you want to record the podcast? I have this shitty machine to go on. He tells me that he's in the process of moving. So at this point, I've purposely not heard the story of the move or what it's like. So I'm going to hear it for the first time. Cage, tell me about it.
Okay, so we've been planning to move basically ever since the house started falling in half.
The fucking
So
yellow shit machine.
we all lived in the yellow shit machine. I already fucked it up. I already screwed it up because of the submarine. Anyway, the house is falling apart, so we plan to move. So the first place we plan to move to, like, we get basically to signing the paper to buy it, and they back out. So we were fucked for another however long. And then the next place, basically the same shit happened. We go to sign, they're like, never mind. And we're fucked. But this place, we sign it. And then they say, oh, we don't want to do it. But then we say, nah, fuck you. We signed it already, bitch. Back the fuck out. This is our place now. And we kicked the elderly couple that lived here out. Fuck them, bunch of assholes. They took the mailbox. They didn't just take the mailbox and leave the post. They sawed the post off at the base and took that whole thing. So they can go fuck themselves.
Why do they want the mailbox so bad?
They just wanted to fuck us over. Because they're fucking assholes, because we wouldn't give them the house back. And we're like, nah, man, we're moving here. You signed the papers, you're fucked.
Yeah, if you sign the papers, there's not much you can do.
Because originally what was going to happen is they were going to put a hog confinement, just downwind or upwind. So they were trying to sell it so they didn't have to smell pig shit all the time. But then after we signed the papers, development fell through and they didn't make the pig place. So they wanted the house back. And we're like, nah, fuck you. So it's 3 weeks ago. Today's the 5th.
5th.
It's the end of the 5th. It's basically the 6th. So 3 weeks ago ish. It's moving day. We have some family over, and we're just shoving everything in boxes and hauling it out the door, putting it on trailers and shit. We come out here. I leave in the middle of it to go watch Star Wars because I planned that shit out way in advance. Fucking 6 months ago, I'm like, on this day at this time, we're gonna go watch Star Wars.
Did you go with the person that asked what the fucking Millennium Falcon was?
I did, but they didn't ask that this time. So, but kudos to them, I suppose. Fucking a bitch didn't show up until fucking half an hour to an hour after the assigned time. So we had to skip the pre-movie meal at Hardee's, which we go to every single time.
That'd probably be
that
best.
fucked my OCD pretty hard.
Hardee's is garbage.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure we had this exact conversation last time.
Did we?
I didn't.
I don't know.
I am not a fan of Hardee's.
It's been a fucking month. So
it's been a long time. But continue.
We've missed out on 8 episodes.
I mean, 8 is better than 10. You're welcome, guys.
I mean, if it was golf. So we moved out here. Nice place. Bigger than the old place, I think. I'm not really 100% on that, so don't quote me. My room is smaller, but I think overall the space is bigger. Plus, I don't have to deal with all the shit that I never cleaned up in fucking high school. The last time I cleaned my room was probably fucking 8 years ago.
Holy shit.
So instead of cleaning it, I just moved to a new one.
You just burn the
Dude,
old place
fucking
down.
younger me was a fucking slob. And I didn't want to deal with past me's shit, so I didn't.
Dude,
I
you're
just left it there.
saying past you. You hadn't cleaned your room in 8 years.
Yeah, yeah, about. I don't know. I mean,
So
probably it was closer to like 2, but fucking exaggeration and shit. I
so
don't know.
you had a tarp on your door in the last house. Do you
My
have an
tarp
actual
was
door
my
now?
door. I do have an actual door, however, it doesn't latch. So right now I have the base of my fan pressed under it, so that because it opens inwards. So I have the base of
Yeah.
my fan pressed under it, so the dog can't like scratch his way in. And he's tried,
You still
so
got
it
all the
works.
cats.
We have 6 cats inside and a dog. There are cats outside that were already here when we moved here. We were gonna move all the outside cats from our house, old house, to this house, but we haven't yet, and I'm not 100% why. But
If they're outside cats and it's like 2 degrees,
yeah,
I think they're dead.
I mean, we have like a shed and a garage and fucking little boxes with blankets and shit to block the wind, and those cats live fucking better than I do, man. Fucking they don't, but close.
No hole in the wall that you had to stuff with plastic, so it's always
No
cold.
hole in the wall this time, yeah, but I wish it was a little colder. I have a
And
space heater in here that I turn on for like 30 minutes at like 4:30 because that's when it gets to like 2 degrees in here, and that's a little much.
yeah,
I
you do like
purposefully
it cold.
chose I purposefully chose the room without access to the vent, so I thought ahead there. Stuck my little brother in the room with the fucking attic door.
The room I was in my parents' house had a vent. It was a pretty big room. The house was big, but it was non-functional. It was from like the 40s. The people who owned it before us like built the house. So all the switches are connected to like the lights, or all the outlets in the room are connected to like the. It was terrible because
Yeah, mine had one outlet in the old house that was connected to the light switch.
yeah, but they
There
always
was
did
no
that.
light connected to the light switch, just the outlet.
The basement, was finished, but it was so moldy and
Oh man,
just
the fucking basement
garbage.
in this.
It had
Let
carpet
me
in the basement. Why would you do
let me
that?
tell you a fun story about the
Go for it.
basement here. So, you know how houses are built, they have like a load bearing support.
Yeah.
Well, the people before us, or maybe the people before them, decided they were gonna put like an air duct or something in. And so they cut that load bearing beam, fucking just cut a big old like 2 foot chunk out of it. And so now the house is held up by a bunch of like metal rods, all like attached to this fucking support beam. It looks like the fucking shoddiest shit ever and shouldn't support the house, but man, I don't know.
Are
I
you
don't
an
know
architect?
what would I don't know what would drive someone to just fucking remove the load bearing beam. Like it's fucking you know what? I don't need this beam. Let's just fucking shove it.
In your new house.
Yeah.
So eventually you're gonna have to move out of that place too, because it's gonna sink into the ground.
Yeah, well, I mean, my room, it's got like fucking cracks all over the place where it's been settling.
Oh, the ceiling.
Yeah.
What's what's going on with your ceiling?
I mean, it's higher up than my last one.
Okay,
It's not got any slants on it. I shoved my little brother into the room with the slanted ceiling.
dude, I hate. Oh my gosh, if you put me in a triangle room, I I will kill you. The
What do you
rooms,
mean triangle room?
the rooms that are like in the attic where it's a triangular prism. The room itself is a triangular prism. Where like the ceiling goes from up to like touching the floor. On when you
See,
go
my
across.
room in the old house wasn't quite that bad. It only had a slant or a diagonal on like half the wall.
Yeah, I'm talking about all the way to the floor. Because what are you gonna do with like a good foot into that wall? Nothing. You can't do anything because the ceiling is covering everything. It's
That's
stupid.
where you stick like
Your
your
dildo.
shoes.
Your shoes? You put your
Your
shoes
shoes, yeah.
downstairs when you come in.
No, like you're collecting shoes. I don't know. I don't know what shoes you are.
Dude, are you a shoe collector?
No, I hate shoes.
I have one pair of shoes. Two pairs.
I
Because I
have
got one for
I have one
Christmas.
pair of shoes, no boots, no flops. I used to
No,
have flip flops,
I
but
do
not
have
now.
flip flops. They're Jesus sandals, though. They're actually
Are they made
Margaritaville.
of straw?
Hmm?
Are they made of straw?
No, they're not.
Are
They're
they
actually,
like
they're made of
serious
leather.
technology sandals?
No, they're made of leather, but the way the cloth is laid on top of the leather, wow. The way
On
the
top of the
cloth is
letter?
laid on top of the leather, it frays at the ends and it looks very
Ah,
rustic. But as you can probably tell, Cage is turning into a robot here and there. It's not terrible. Tell me about the internet situation over there compared to your old
okay,
situation.
okay. So
Oh, he's about to go off.
the old place had about five down, one up. Like that was about the max. It was fairly stable. I say in jest because it wasn't, but it was more stable than this usually. I now am the owner of satellite internet, which is significantly better than my old internet. It was better for 2 weeks, and now it's about the same, maybe a little less.
Yeah, you're turning into a robot a little bit more
Yeah,
than usual.
it's snowy and icy outside and
Yeah.
cloudy and not great for a satellite internet connection.
Who is it provided by?
RiseNet, I believe.
RiseNet. I've never heard of them.
Well, probably you wouldn't have.
I was gonna say if
Rise Broadband.
Rise Broadband. So don't touch my scroll. I was gonna say you were talking about getting Verizon out there, dude. With the whole net neutrality thing, we might discuss that a little bit. It's old news by now. Everybody knows about it.
It is definitely old news by now, but it's only like the third. It's the third step in their five-part plan to completely fuck over fucking internet like they did with cable.
So, internet when when a bureaucratic agency releases a certain plan, um, it goes into effect 60 days after it's called into session. That being said, it goes into effect, the end of net neutrality, on February 13th, a day before my fucking birthday. So guess what? For my birthday, I get no
Was your
porn.
birthday on Valentine's Day?
It
Did
is
I
on
know that
Valentine's Day.
before? I'm not
You
sure.
probably knew that and forgot about
I've
it.
probably learned that like 3 times, 4 times, however many years I've known you.
A while. It's like 2012,
13 May
13
or April.
ish. But it fucking it's I don't think I'm gonna do a tiny little thing on net neutrality and then I'm gonna drop it. It's old news. I don't think it's gonna be the end of the internet itself. I don't think it's gonna be all that much different than it
But
is
no,
right
it's
now.
it's not the end of the internet. It's the beginning of the end of the internet. It's not so much that it ruins the internet as that it paves the way for other people to ruin the internet.
The thing about this though is okay. Let's say Verizon
Oh, there's
blocks.
gonna be like tremendous like outrage from people, and they're gonna
Yeah,
cancel it. But
yeah,
they have to implement it before people care.
yeah. They're gonna try it out, but let's say let's say companies like Verizon do what they really want to do and block all of their sites and direct everybody towards the things that they sponsor, right? People are eventually going to drop Verizon because, in the first place, it's pretty damn expensive. They're going to drop Verizon, at least in
They're
cities,
going to
and move over
choke
to
out their
different packages.
competitors. They're going to choke out their competitors, and there won't be any other way. Like, they're going to have a legal monopoly because they can do that because they're Verizon.
I have Verizon for my cell phone plans. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. But I have it because it's one of the only networks that covers where I go.
I have U.S. Cellular because Verizon doesn't have any towers out here in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's the thing. I have relatives in North Dakota, so when I go to North Dakota, guess what? Verizon the only thing that reaches out there in the middle of nowhere. And then down in yonder land. Cage, you fucking what the hell?
My burps do not sound like that. Burps are as
down
unique
in
as voices.
down in Big Amish, that's the only place that has cell service provided by
Bro,
Verizon.
I don't live right next to the Amish anymore.
You don't,
So
dude.
I don't have to worry about their fucking driving cars poorly because they can rent a car, but they can't own a car. But they can rent one. God doesn't
That's
have any problem with that.
that's so that's such a loophole.
It's
Technology.
just fucking dumb shit. I mean, if you're gonna rent a car, why even be Amish?
I mean, if it's -3 degrees outside.
Nah, fuck them. Take the horses out for a run in the cold.
All right. That's where we've been. Cage has been moving.
Yeah, I've been moving, and us computer's been blowing up, and my computer's still broken, so I'm still on my laptop.
We're on an equal
Don't
playing
have
field.
any money because I'm moving.
Money.
I
Let's
have a
go.
fucking septic tank now. I'm not even connected to the fucking sewer.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. What did the
and it's
old
like
people do?
10
Did they
grand.
just did they just not shit?
I mean, they're old, so most of their shit's probably liquid. I mean, they
Do you have a
probably just shit
shower?
in diapers. I mean, I have a bathtub. It has a shower attachment
Yeah. I'm talking
where
about you no longer go into the sink to bathe yourself.
no, I can bathe myself in a tub now.
Ah,
We
that's
were
good
gonna get a
stuff.
shower curtain set up, but it came busted, so we had to order a new one to set up the curtain. It just like
Dude,
it was supposed to be straight, and it was just bent at like
I've
almost 90 degrees.
so I'm used to living in like a pretty big city. I feel like you live in like a post-apocalyptic era where like everything is
I
just
mean, pretty much.
the house I grew up in, like I said, it was far from good. Like the heat worked half the time. The foundation was questionable at best. It had a really nice deck, which was worth like $50,000. But the people who owned it before us built it, so they just made it as big as they wanted to. And then that was actually the deck that I was redoing over the summer. Remember that?
Yeah,
He remembered something. The greatest.
I remember that there was a deck, and you did stuff with it, and you took a picture.
This deck is very hard. But Cage was talking about money. I've found a new way to earn money. I was talking about him earlier. I was also checking it recently, checking it often during a league game that we just had. I've invested uh, a lot of money into Sia coin. I bought 50,000 of them, and the price recently went from 3 cents up to 9 cents. And Cage is yelling at me over here, trying to get me to sell it. And
Sell fucking 9, and now it's down to 8.
let's look at it right now. It's at 8.6 right now. That's not bad. I will take that any day of
That's
the week.
not 9.
That's it's around. So when I first got into to cryptocurrencies, first off, if you're banking on cryptocurrencies being like a safe bet forever, don't. You're dumb. It's a get rich quick method. I told Cage this, which is what he wants because he needs a new computer. So I would invest in something, Cage.
Need shit fast. Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm looking at portfolios for shit. Fucking checking out the websites.
I basically bought Sia Coin because it was super super cheap and it had just fallen a lot. I bought it for a third of a cent per share. Now originally, I had found this really innovative cryptocurrency. I don't exact exchanging is what it was called, and I bought in at around 5 cents per share, and it went up to 20 cents within a week. It was really good. I bought in at $25, and then by the time I was done, I had around $150. I could have had more, but I sold it off at 150. So with that money, I was just like, you know what? I want to invest in something else. So I saw Sia Coin, and it was a third of a cent per share. And I thought to myself, if I just buy a shit ton of these, there is no way that I could lose on this because the tiniest little changes will have huge impact on the amount of growth that I have. So I put it in there around early October. And it's been sitting there since. And now it's up at 9 cents a share, which is, by my calculations, around $4,200. That's fucking good right there. And it has to fund, one, a new computer, and two, this fucking terrible purchase that Cage does not like.
Fucking fish for how fucking ridiculous much.
So I've talked about this
I mean,
before.
you have 4K is enough for a new computer.
It's more than
For a
enough.
good computer.
I'm not gonna like go overboard on a brand new flashy computer. I'm just gonna, get the same one. I'm gonna upgrade the graphics card. Wow, I'm apparently 13. I'm gonna upgrade the
I mean,
graphics
you've
card. I'm
been
gonna make it a little
13
bit
for the
nicer.
past 4 years.
But like, I'm not gonna spend the whole wad. But I bought a fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my whole load into a brand new computer.
Dude, if you could spend $4,000 on a computer, would you just go for a pure
Yeah,
workhorse or would you go for like super
dude.
flashy looking?
I don't give a shit about how it looks. Fuck all the fucking RGB lights and shit. Just fucking. I don't care if it has no lights at all, man. Fucking maybe a
My case
power
has
light.
zero lights. Or had zero
My
lights.
my water cooler has the light, and that's it. In my old one.
I'm telling you, man. I really like the concept of a flashy computer.
I don't. Fuck
I
that
don't
shit, man.
fucking.
I want to live in pitch darkness. I don't need lights.
Well, yeah. What do you mean? Okay, when you look, you always leave your computer on.
Yeah.
That being said, RGB computer or something like that, you can turn the lights off. So you can make it pitch dark.
Yeah, but I don't want like. I am what some might call easily distracted, and I don't need that extra shit distracting me from my hardcore plays. You know.
He's watching porn. That's what he means. Can't do that in a little bit. February
Dude,
13th.
if I had RGB lights like lasers that would do like a laser porn show on my wall, I might get those.
If like projected in laser points,
Yeah,
dude, that'd be so cool. You'd spend the whole $4,000 on that.
I don't know about that. I want my 64 gig of RAM.
64 gigs is quite a lot.
It is quite a lot.
You're gonna
I'll be
do
able to play one game of Minecraft with that much. Or open 2 Chrome tabs. But not both.
That's a good joke. fucking, I'm telling you,
Top of the line CPU, fantastic
16
water
gigs,
cooler, man.
16 gigs is all you need.
Dude, fucking 2 graphics cards,
Yeah, I like
fucking SLI that shit.
this.
Give
So
me
like
some fucking.
bridge. One of our friends has dual GPUs, but they're 560s. They are
560s.
Yeah. So, you know how it's the NVIDIA GeForce 720, 1080, 980, Titan X. Yeah,
I
they're
have a
560s.
670. I have a 670M in my laptop.
Yeah,
Yeah, M because it's a laptop.
that's not terrible. It's not good.
It
But
runs leak 60 FPS. That's
did
all I
you
need.
did you buy your components for the new computer during Black Friday?
No, because we didn't have any
What?
money because we were moving. So I'm gonna have to wait probably until the next Black Friday,
Oh
Cyber
my
Monday
god.
hit, or maybe my birthday. I don't know. Or if this fucking crypto get rich quick shit works out,
Or the podcast. There's a
or the
fucking reason we're doing.
podcast. Fucking share, like, subscribe, comment, favorite, fucking suck my dick, do whatever. Spread the word.
No, you gotta suck there. That's not how it works.
I don't want to have to suck their dicks, man. What are you talking about? You suck my dick, and then you get to brag to everyone how you suck my
Would you
dick. It's a
would you
very
suck
exclusive
a
club.
big burly man off for 30 minutes to get a brand new super good computer?
30 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
You say a big burly man. Is his penis also huge? And, like, do I have to
Like
have it,
average
like, in my
size.
mouth? Average size. Do I have to have it in my mouth the whole time, or can I fucking do some teasing? Does it matter if he blows early?
Dude, if he blows early, you still got 30
Do I
minutes
have to
left.
keep going?
I like how I say you still have 30 minutes left. Like, as soon as you touch it, he just goes.
Dude, man, I know my way around the dick.
Alright, so that's a yes. It
I
ain't
mean,
gay.
30 minutes is a long time. I almost definitely 10 minutes I would. But 30 minutes is a long time.
I mean, I feel like after a certain point, you just get fucking bored.
I mean, I'd be bored almost immediately. But, like, that's not the issue.
Dude, speaking of big burly men, audible.com/fuck. At the gym that I go to, there is a beefcake that goes there. So I've started moving my times around at the gym to just see like
So you
which
can go
time.
there at the same time as he is?
No, so I can see like which time there's the least amount of people there. And at 8 o'clock to 9:30, there is this enormous guy. The dude is like 7 feet tall. I'm a pretty tall guy. I have to look up quite a bit to look at his eyes. He has to bend over to get into the bathroom. He has to bend. What? Those are close to 7 feet doorways.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gotta bend down to get into that. When there's this machine, it's a chest press, and you can adjust the height of the seat. He puts the seat on the ground to just do the chest press. That's a big bibba. You thought I was gonna say it, didn't you?
I had no idea what you were going to say.
But holy shit, this man is enormous. He probably weighs like upwards of 300 pounds. And he's not like, I would say he's a tank, but he's not pure muscle, right? He's like an average build, maybe slightly pudgier, but he can fucking. I just choked on my spit.
He just
If you were
choked on
wondering
his
that.
dick because you were sucking him off so hard in this
Yeah,
fucking
while
show.
giving this podcast. I take breaks and every time you talk. So thank you for telling that story about how you were moving earlier. But by the way, it was 35 minutes. You could have been 5 minutes done by now. I looked at how much he was bench pressing. I don't want to say bench pressing, chest pressing, because it's the machine. The machines are slightly easier than just free weights. Dude was doing like 300 pounds. Close to the bottom. I don't know if it's exactly 300 pounds. I know it's a little. I know it is at least 250 pounds. And he's doing like one arm. Maybe helping out a little with his, his obliques or something like that. Holy shit. That man is thick.
With like 4 C's.
Also, there's this one girl that goes every day around 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, there's a lot of people there. Just because, it's when everybody gets off of work.
Yeah.
Get off of work, go straight to the gym, go home. You don't want to make 2 trips back and forth. So, there's this one girl who goes there around 5 o'clock every day. And she just goes on the fucking stair stepper. She goes at like 4 steps a minute. It's so slow. And she just stands there. And by the time I get there, she's on the stair stepper. And by the time I leave, she's still on the stair stepper, going at like 4 steps a minute. It's so slow. And she's like reading these terrible books. Like, I look at the covers, and it's like Times New Roman font mixed with Comic Sans for like the author name. It's so bad. And I would... I know about her because I sometimes go on the stair stepper. The best cardio you can do, by the way. You can thank me later. Burns so many calories for big boys like me. I'm not big though. Big shock. It's just fucking... What's the point? Just walk around. You'd have a better exercise doing that. I'm also taking off my pants right now. My shorts.
Dude,
very
my pants
hot.
are never on.
Alright. I briefly touched on this. I never actually went into full detail about it. My fish. I looked online.
Bullshit fish.
Dude, this fish is gonna be fucking sweet.
That fish is gonna be dead because it's been like 3 months in transit.
No, they haven't sent it because they know it's so cold. So I recently went online and I looked for arowanas. My tank is not marijuana, arowana.
Heck, is it big enough to support an arowana?
Yeah. The tank is a 70-gallon hex, and this species of arowana gets up to like a foot long, right? It's big enough. So I look online. I find this. There are 2 major types of arowana. There's the fucking shitty arowana, and then there's Asian arowana. And Asian arowanas are the super pretty ones.
Shits.
They're the super pretty. They look like dragons. They've got super nice colors and scales. But the thing about Asian arowanas is that they are illegal in the United States, so I had to buy the shit one. So I go online and I find a gold arowana.
Really? They're illegal in the U.S.?
They are illegal in the U.S. because they are apparently an endangered species, and because they're an endangered species, people cannot own them unless you have a permit, which I think is stupid. That being said, I went online and I found this Asian arowana. It was a gold arowana. It looked really good for being the little shitter that he was, not an Asian arowana. He looked really good. He's got a nice gold color. It fades to black as it goes down his spine. And I'm like, dude, I want this thing. So I look at the price tag and I'm like, fuck, this thing is $1,200. And then I realize later that week, it goes on sale for $400. No, it goes on sale $400. So now it's $800. And I go, I'm buying this fish. So I spent $800 on a fish. I came into the TeamSpeak the other day, and I'm just like, hey, I bought a fish. Try and guess the price. And one of our friends, been on the podcast, Kat, shout out to Kat. She goes, yeah, I'm gonna guess around $600. And I said, you're not far off. Cage fucking butts and he goes, what the hell? He's so shocked that I bought a fish that was this expensive.
Yeah, dude, fucking dumb as shit.
No, he's gonna be a pimp. His name is gonna be
Yeah, I'm sure he'll
Pimpasaurus.
bring in all the puss, man.
Dude, I got all the puss I need. I have 3 cats and they're bulling.
3 cats and a fiance, that's all you need.
Fuck my fiance.
I think that's generally what you do with them.
Anyways, Cage, I'm gonna
Shout
throw it back
out
to you.
Molly.
I'm gonna throw it back to you. If you got anything on your mind.
I've been playing a lot of Bloons Tower Defense X. It's a fan game.
It
For,
looks like fucking garbage, but it's probably fun.
It's made by one guy. And it's got a bunch of new shit. New balloon types. New fucking towers. Pretty fun.
But it looks like garbage.
Yeah, but that's because only one dude's doing it. And obviously he can't copy the exact fucking sprites because that's some fucking bullshit. Copyright. Fucking, they'll send hitmen to your house to kill you.
I take it you learned this from a Reddit site you found about the whereabouts of this? Probably tower defense
No,
games.
I learned it from watching YouTube videos. Because my man Chris, Super John Bombo, who plays fucking Bloons,
Link in
I
the
watch all
description.
his videos. You're not gonna put that. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Put that in there.
And like I watch all his videos, so he played this once, and I was like, man, gotta get me some of that. And so I got me some of that, and here I am playing
my
it.
spaghetti. You reminded me by saying some of that. My spaghetti.
Yeah, those are basically the same.
Dude, how do you watch a YouTuber who just does one game?
What do you mean?
Like, this dude is mainly Bloons Tower Defense, right?
Yeah.
Do you just watch him for the balloons?
BTD battles. Yeah, like looking. I mean, yeah. What else am I watching? He has 2 other channels. One, he does like science videos.
One's a vlog channel, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
One, he does science videos, and one, he does like other games. Like this one is all like tower defense, and his other one, he plays like League and shit.
I can't watch one game over and over and over again by the same channel.
Like all of the people I'm subbed to play only one game. That's the reason I sub to them.
Nah,
if I want to watch a different game, I watch a different person.
So I watched Northern Lion, right? And I predominantly watched him in the beginning just because his Binding of Isaac content. I got bored of that. I stopped watching him. Then he started playing other games that I got interested in. So I started watching those. And then the Northern Lion Live Super Show, link in the description. I ain't going to put that in there. It's a variety game. He does 3 games, right? I like variety from the same kind of personality. And I think he has one of the best personalities on YouTube. But his variety is kind of so I don't watch him that
cute
much.
way of saying you like his dick, right?
He was actually the burly man that I'm sucking off right now.
Oh.
So if you would just talk for a little bit, and I'm gonna take a slight break.
Why don't you just give him a handy?
Under the table. That didn't sound how I thought it was gonna sound.
It didn't sound anything like a hand
I broke
job.
my. One of the things is wiggling now. Oh gosh. Little side panels. Well, we're gonna fix that later. Some recent news. I don't know if you've heard about this. Uh, I say recent. Some of this is gonna be super fucking old by now. Filthy Frank is dead. Did you hear about that, Cage?
I heard that he didn't want to do videos anymore he wanted to do videos, but he couldn't because it was literally hurting him to do the voice.
No, so Joji, the actual guy, George Miller, he's still
Yeah.
alive. The character
Yeah.
Filthy Frank is dead.
Yeah.
He came out with a statement. He doesn't enjoy doing comedy anymore. Uh, he had psychological and throat problems from doing the character,
Yeah.
and he is pursuing a music career. I personally, I'm not too big of a fan of his music, so I'll probably fall off from watching him. But yeah, I heard about that and I was just like, oh, that's kind of sad. Everybody knew about it before. He hadn't posted a video in 3 months, and even then, the last video I posted, I think, was a music video. But you win some, you lose some. YouTube lost a great hero. Also in the news, because I am Keemstar now, the Logan Paul fiasco. Fucking
Yeah, dude,
terrible.
that just happened. Fucking
Yeah.
how fucking dumb.
Yeah, so apparently his editor came out with a statement, and they were like, so after many hours of deliberation, we finally decided to upload the video. Why the you had many hours of deliberation and talking about the fucking thing, and you
Dude, fucking
made it
minute
that?
one, you're like,
You
man,
made
this
it
is a
that?
dumb shit.
Oh my gosh. It's so fucking stupid.
It's like, yo,
Why?
you know what would really piss people off? Let's do it. I mean, it worked. He got fucking huge. Everyone knows who he is now.
Yeah.
So it worked.
Fucking,
But I
I'm gonna look
mean,
at his social bird right now.
Social Bird? I thought it was Social Bird.
Social Miker. So you look up Logan Paul on here, right? He gained 16,000 subscribers on the day that he posted that. He gained 16,000. You know what he gained the day after? 80,000. The highest he has ever gotten in the past month.
Yeah,
Then he
yeah.
gained 95,000 the day after that. Dude, he's not getting hurt at all from this. He got 23 million views, the highest of the month thus far, because of one, the vlog, and two, his apology video, which was so half-assed. Oh my gosh.
Which
Don't even
was,
get me started.
the worst.
Dude, his apology video, I feel like that was heartfelt, and he realized that he screwed up. His Twitter apology, he ended with a fucking emoji and a hashtag Logang for what the fuck? And then he started bragging about how he gets so many views. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're not sorry. You wanted to do it for views. Don't even give me that. And in his apology, he's just like, oh, I get so many views anyway, so I didn't do this for the views. What the fuck?
It's
not-
like, bitch.
And then on top of that, what the hell, YouTube? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Just like,
I mean, it's classic YouTube. They don't do anything.
I'm at a war with
until-
YouTube. Fucking, I love it and hate it at the same time. I do not watch Twitch anymore, right? I
mean,
lost interest in Twitch.
I wouldn't watch YouTube if Twitch kept VODs and had better, VOD watching abilities. Because right now,
they used to keep them forever, and then they updated their servers so that they could only
Yeah.
hold 60 days worth of VODs. Which I understand, the platform is so huge. And the videos on there are literally 8 hours long. But, yeah, that was a little upsetting. But come on, YouTube. What the fuck are you... They give clear... They have rules set up, and they let people
but
just
they
slide
don't
by
care.
them.
Yeah.
So
If it makes them
news
money,
channels...
they don't care.
They don't. News channels and like late night talk shows. That's the big thing. Like Jimmy Kimmel, free passes. Jimmy Fallon, free passes. Ellen, free passes. They can talk about whatever they want. They will never, ever get hit by demonetization. And that's just because they've tried to justify it, and they're just like, oh, there's so many people working on this content. So many people like it, and this is their only place they can access it. So we're trying to support them. You think they get enough money from the fucking TV show and all the brand deals they get?
Show? Yeah.
Like, honestly, what? YouTube is probably just nothing to them. It's a tiny sliver. It's probably how much Sia coin is worth right now. Let's look it up.
0.8. 0.08.
Sia coin Marlet. Yeah, 8.3. Oh, it's falling. Fuck it. I'm gonna leave it in there. Anyways, it's just, oh my god, YouTube, what are you doing? And here's the big ting that I don't like. They have their bot, and then they just release it on the people, and they expect it to work. And when they have so many problems with it, and then they have to review it in person, they don't get around to it. They're just like, oh, you have to wait 60 days in order to submit the appeal.
There's like fucking 30,000 hours of video a day. Can't expect anyone to actually look at that shit.
You think they have 30,000 hours a day of people getting flagged?
No, people uploading videos.
It's just
so they can't like review that shit manually because of the fucking sheer volume. I don't know how much they have a day getting flagged, but it's probably like 1,000 hours at least.
But look at how it was before. Before it was fine, and then they had to release all these bots because PewDiePie, accidentally said, "Oh, burn Jews, haha." Then everybody in the media got all up in arms. It's just fucking stupid. On top of that, super old news by this point. Dr. Disrespect cheating on his wife. What are your thoughts about that, Cage?
It's not that hard to not stick your penis in someone else.
I remember you saying that.
I don't understand cheating. Like, if you're having problems with your spouse or significant other, fucking talk that shit out. Not that hard. Fucking, if you don't love them anymore, fucking split up.
But that costs a lot of money. My biggest problem with these people is that, especially in the Logan Paul situation, you are so blinded by your love and admiration for the person that a lot of the fans just blow it off and support them for doing what they do. No, not gonna lie, I like Dr. Disrespect. I don't like the game that he plays. I think Battlegrounds is overplayed and it's garbage, but the actual character and the guy
I did
himself,
like him, but then he cheated on his wife.
The guy himself, I thought he was a very respectable man. Then I saw this happen, and I was just like, come on, dude. Am I probably still going to watch him? Yeah, probably. Am I going to view him as the same as I did before? No. It's just fucking... What I thought was interesting is he came out on stream, and he did it. That was interesting.
Yeah.
And I assume his wife made him do it. Made him come out, say that. Just... That being said... Super hard for him to do that.
At least he had the balls to fucking do it, to like come clean about it. But
yeah,
he shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Yeah, I'd feel like it would have been better to just say, "Hey guys, going through a lot of personal issues right now. Gonna take some time off from the stream. Hope you understand." Blah blah blah. Conspiracy theories can float around all they want. He's not gonna give a fuck at the end of the day. Comes back, everybody loves him. Life goes on. Now you have a lot of your reputation fucked over from the stream you did. I understand transparency, but oof. Last but not least, on the YouTube Twitch news, Not news, more of me just exploring around. I've been looking at a ton of different channels recently. Recently got into a lot of polybridge videos. I was telling Cage about that. The person that I was watching, he didn't like because he was kind of stupid.
He was pretty fucking dumb, yeah.
And
As
then,
as someone who's played Polybridge, that guy was a fucking idiot.
uh, ecosphere videos. I think those are very fascinating. I like ecosphere videos, and then general science videos. But I also watched a lot of Dude Perfect. Don't know why. And I think that they are the most successful channel in YouTube history. And I'll tell you why.
What Dude Perfect? The fucking
Dude Perfect, the trick shot channel. So they took a concept, right? It's nothing new. But they took a concept at the time. They turned a little camcorder, two guys in a backyard, and a hoop, and they turned it into a probably multi-million-dollar warehouse with a giant sports arena, huge name brand deals. Holy shit. Under Armour, Nike, Bass Pro Shops. Just fucking insane the type of money they get from those brand names. They're always monetized because YouTube loves them. They pull an average of 15 million views per video, which is fucking insane. Their lowest viewed video is 1.5 million views, which is a repost of a Jimmy Kimmel video.
Hello?
I understand I understand that they don't post that often and they have more effort put into their channel, but considering how much they make and how many people are on the team, they have 2 editors. They have 1 recorder and then they have the 5 guys. Holy shit. That's 8 people. That's 8 people to get rid of that much money. Holy shit. They're so fucking loaded. But the type of success they've had on YouTube, I understand that they've been on YouTube for a long time, but oh my gosh. You look at PewDiePie. Oh, he's got 55 million subscribers. Yeah, he's got 55 million subscribers. He's successful, but he's nowhere near as successful as the Dude Perfect people because they've got a TV show, they've got multiple apps, they've got basically
I mean,
market
PewDiePie used to
presence
have a
everywhere.
TV show, and he had to shoot with Disney.
Yeah, and then he said some things,
Some shit, yeah.
which I think is stupid, but that's not my place to talk about it. Anyway, Dude Perfect, it's the most successful channel on YouTube. Debate me if you want. You're wrong. Dude Perfect is. I don't like them all that much. I think their content is largely the same. It's, oh, I'm blindfolded. Throw it backwards. Ah, I got it. That's about it. That being said, holy shit, I want that money. And then the final topic for me, Cage, you want to butt in one more time? You got anything?
Nah, I don't have anything else.
All right. Yeah, I had a ton of stuff on my mind. Cage came in with 2 things, which is all right. But so happy Christmas. Christmas went down a week and 5 days ago, I think. And it was the normal family stuff. My last Christmas spent with the parents because I'm moving to a place across the country. And Christmas last year was basically, oh, here's a bunch of plates and forks because you're moving out. And I was just like, I don't fucking need this shit. I'm a kid and I need toys. And then I realized how helpful that stuff was when I actually got out there. And I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is fantastic. They got me a fridge. A fridge? Don't mind if I do.
Your fridge is pretty nice.
Yeah. But this year, I was like, yo, my computer's broken. If you could just, fund the graphics card or something like that, that'd be great. And that's all I want. So I went around, I shopped for him, got a couple things, and I apparently did not get the word out soon enough to them, because get to this one present under the tree. I open it up, and it's a Nintendo Switch, and I'm just like, oh, dang. Not to sound like an ungrateful bitch or anything. Kid, you've already heard the story, by the way.
You sound like an ungrateful. What?
Not. You've already heard the story.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, not to sound like an ungrateful bitch or anything, but the reason I haven't bought a Switch thus far is because it's a pretty shit console. It's super buggy, and it's got literally 3 games: Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart, and Super Mario Odyssey. If you find another game out there, tell me, because there ain't one. It's super buggy. It's got 3 games, and I was just like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So I gave it a shot. I was playing Super Mario Odyssey. Super fun. Oh my gosh. I had a good time for about, I don't know, 3.5 hours. So I put it in sleep mode. It didn't wake up from sleep mode. So I had to restart the whole thing. Then I was playing Super Mario Odyssey for a little bit more. I put it in sleep mode. Did not wake up from sleep mode. Had to hard reset the entire console. Open it up again. And upon turning it back on, it just stuck on the Nintendo Switch loading screen. I went in with the expectation that this thing was going to be shit, and guess what? It was totally shit. That being said, I'm just like, fucking, why? It was a cash grab by Nintendo, and I understand why they did the cash grab, because people were getting so antsy about the Switch just coming out. But fix your fucking console. So I went back to Best Buy, where my mom ordered it, and they were like, "Yeah, you're past the return date," and she got all pissy with them, and I was like, "When did you buy the thing?" She's like, "Well, I pre-ordered it in September." What the fuck? You can't return the damn thing if you pre-ordered it in September. Because it came in October. Like, it's 3 months out. You're not going to get any money back from that. So, I had to send it over to Nintendo because it is covered under manufacturer warranty. I've recently gotten an email from them saying, I will give you the basic gist of what the email said. Yo, we got your Switch the other day. Yeah, this thing is fucked. We're gonna try and fix it. If it's still broken, send it back. By the way, we cleared your memory and you can't get your download of Super Mario Odyssey back. So fuck you. I was like,
so like you would have had to pay for it again entirely?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So
I'm
gonna have some words with them, because I'm just gonna be like, I paid fucking $60 for your shitty ass game, which is not shitty. It was pretty fun for the 4 hours that I played it. But I paid $60 for your game. You gave me a download. You cleared the memory on the fucking Switch. It's your fault. Give me it back. And not even that. It still might be broken when they give me it back. So, oh my gosh. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me a Nintendo Switch for probably my last Christmas of being a kid. I say kid, I'm old enough to know. But
I haven't got like actual Christmas presents for years.
it's just last year was just a helping thing. The years before, when I was in college, I didn't get anything. I just went down with family, and that was nice. But I'm telling you, the type of stuff, I'm a good gift giver. I give Whew. I know everybody wants, and if my fiance emails me over the summer about something she wants for Christmas, I lose the email, and she ends up buying it for herself. That was my one screw up. But other than that, that's all I've got. That's basically all that's on my mind. And we have surpassed the 1 hour, 5 minute mark.
The 1 hour comeback special.
The 1 hour I bet these people were expecting some fucking. We've been gone for so long because they're working on this fancy podcast. They're rebooting the entire thing. The channel's gonna be all pimped out, a nice intro loading screen with all these fucking fireworks and great
music.
Yeah. No, none of that has come to
none of
fruition
that.
because my computer's dead and can't really work on it. We'll get it eventually. I don't know when.
Maybe.
No promises. And yeah, I probably want to move this off YouTube because YouTube is fucking shit and it doesn't give exposure to any channels.
Audible sponsor us, audible.com/fuck.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be it. It is 12:36 a.m. I'm pretty tired. We started this podcast on the 5th.
Now
it's the 6th. The fucking longest podcast ever. That's probably not true.
Took all day.
But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for listening. If you made it this far, subscribe, drop a comment, like, dab on those haters. Tell Logan Paul to shout us out.
To kill himself.
I wonder if Jake Paul
But film
will film it and make jokes about it.
You fucking Asian Jake Paul? I mean, he's basically from the Suicide Forest, right?
That's rice gum, right?
Yes.
Anyways, I have been that has been Cage. This has been the podcast, and we will see you all
And
next
it's all been a little bit racist.
Goodbye. You gonna say it?
No.